like up to date all of this shit. It's just like your salon stations is, it's really hard in this hair industry. It's so many things at once. I'm gonna just talk about Brandy and Monica. But 7 sources of income is like something I'm working towards, and I'm done with that subject. And Brandy and Monica, it's like I'm like trying to talk about so many things at once. I'm gonna just talk about Brandy and Monica, and I'm done. The verses. I know they did a versus Jadakiss and Fabulous. I love both of them, but I love Jadakiss. And I watched the one that they did with what's his name? I watched the one with Manny Fresh and I can't think of his name right now. He was white. And I cannot think of his name right now. Scott Storch, I think. Yeah. I think it was Scott Storch. It was Manny Fresh versus Scott Storch. That was a really good one. To me, my favorite versus was Erica and Jill Scott. Theirs was really good. Like, they went back to back with some real bangers. And it was just like, oh shit, I really didn't know Erica and Jill Scott had it like this. Because, like, I'm not like a fan, but I like them. You know what I'm saying? I'm a fan of Beyonce. Like, if Beyonce was to ever do a versus, we all know it's gonna have to be Beyonce versus Rihanna. And it's like, who wants to see that shit? Beyonce, I feel like Beyonce is not finna do that shit, and Rihanna is not finna do that shit. Cause it's like, number one, I don't feel like they have an ego. I just think like people create the ego for Beyonce and Rihanna. Like, people probably create like Beyonce versus Rihanna on some just, it's always just Beyonce versus Rihanna. But if you really think about it, what other female could ever think of going up against Beyonce? Like, there is no other female. Like, if you really, really think about it, there is no other female that you could ever even think to go up against Beyonce. And I know people will be like, man, Beyonce ain't all that, but people that say Beyonce ain't all that is haters to me. Because she is all that. Like, the bitch fucking, she's all that to me. And the reason I say she's all that is because, you know, she's just, to me, she seems like a really dope person. She seems like she has a really great personality, really great spirit. You know, she's very hardworking. She's beautiful. But at the core of her, she's just a phenomenal woman that likes to work hard. She's found her lane, and she stays right in her lane. And Rihanna is another one. She's just a beautiful woman. I think she has another great spirit, you know, and she's a hard-working woman. But in the music industry, I don't think there is a woman that could go up against Rihanna. And I don't think there's a woman that can ever go against Beyonce. So, Brandy versus Monica, right? Like, I listened to a little bit of Brandy's last album, and I love Brandy, and I'm just gonna say, Brandy, I love you if you would ever listen to this shit. I fucking love you, Brandy, but that last album, like, I was just like, what the fuck is this? This is not Brandy. Like, I don't know, I tried to listen to, I was like, okay, I'm gonna try to listen to the whole album. And I was just, it was really hard for me. I'm like, and it's really hard for me to say all of this because I love Brandy. I really do. I love Brandy, but it's just like, can I be real with you? Like, that last album was not it. It was just not it. She did a song on her album with her daughter called High Heels. That song, her daughter can sing. Her daughter has a beautiful voice. I didn't even really get to listen to the whole song. I'm going to listen to it again, try to listen to it today. And the song she got with Baby Mama is called Baby Mama with Chance the Rapper. It's like, I don't know what Brandy got going on, but this last album, I feel like she can't bring out none of them songs against Monica. Like, straight up, don't do it. You gonna have to go with the first album, which is Brandy. Like, I feel like she gonna have to stop at probably Human Like, the last album I think I listened to was Human. I don't wait. Yeah, I think she gonna have to stop at Human. She can bring out that song she did with Chris Brown. You know, if you put it down, I'm gonna bring it up. But she can pull that out, of course, cause it's Brandy. Of course, she gonna pull that song out. But if she try to go with this last album, I'm gonna be like, girl, stop it. Cause I was just like, I love you, Brandy. And it's like, she like, bitch, you don't love me, slandering my album. But like, I'm gonna keep it real with you. Probably nobody else is gonna keep it real with you. Apparently, because if somebody was gonna keep it real with you, they would have told you, Brandy, nah, baby, if you like that song, you need to go fix that song. If you like that other song, none of them sound like Brandy. None of them, like, none of them sound like Brandy. Like, I'm gonna go back and listen to the album again, but the only song that sounds half decent is the song she did with Chance the Rapper. And this brings me back to Beyonce. Like, to me, I think that Beyonce has a certain level that she will not go beneath. You understand? Like, I think Beyonce would never put out an album like that, because I think Beyonce puts more pride in just, and I know this is gonna be like, damn, she is really eating into Brandy, and I'm not really. This is just my point of view, and it is all my opinion, but it's all from love. And I know sometimes tough love is hard, but I fucking love Brandy. Don't think I don't love Brandy. I love her. But the album was just like, why would you put this out? This is a mixtape or some shit. It's not a well put together album. It just does not sound like fluid. When you go to Jhené Aiko's album, Colombo, I think it was Colombo, whatever it's called, Shalombo. People who know Jhené Aiko, y'all know what I'm talking about. The album is like her last album. Phenomenal album. Beautiful. Phenomenally well put together. Fluid. You understand? Every song on there, you can almost listen to every song on that album. Brandy's last album, straight up, you cannot listen to that album. Like, I personally, it was just like, it was so much noise. It didn't even really sound like music. It just sounded like somebody just making noise, and it was just like, it wasn't proper. It just did not, to me, it doesn't feel like it was properly produced or something. Like, it's not fluid. You understand? To me, it's something lacking severely within that album. So to me, it's like, why are y'all doing a versus? Monica versus Brandy. And I definitely feel like Monica is going to come with some real shit. Like, Monica is going to come with an album. Like, I feel like Monica is not finna come with no bullshit. I don't think Monica has ever came with a bullshit-ass album. Brandy, I was very disappointed with that last album because it was a bullshit-ass album.